Hello and welcome to the Band in a Box Tips and Tricks video tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you some handy Band in a Box features that even the seasoned Band in a Box user may not know about. First of all, I will show you some tips for entering chords. Many chords are quite cumbersome to enter, especially if you are entering the same chord type repeatedly. In these cases there are some great shortcuts that you can use. I'll give you an example. I want to enter the chord B minor 7 flat 5 at bar 2. The standard way of entering this chord would be to type B, M for minor, 7, B for flat, then 5, B minor 7 flat 5. But there is a shortcut key for entering minor 7 flat 5. Instead of the M7 flat 5, you can simply type H. If I type BH here and press enter, we have exactly the same chord entered. You may be wondering why H is used for this chord. The chord shortcuts are not simply random letters. The minor 7 flat 5 chord is also commonly called a half diminished chord, which is why the H is used. Some other shortcuts that you can use are J for major 7, D for diminished, and S for sus. You can also create your own shortcuts, provided that they are not already in use. To do this, go to the Options menu, go to Utilities, and select Edit Chord Shortcuts file. It doesn't exist yet, so you can have Band in a Box create the file for you. Let's pretend that you really like the chord major 7 sharp 5. You use it a lot, and you are sick of always having to type MAJ 7 sharp 5. You can select a letter that is not already used for something else. In our case, we will select Q. You then have to type the @ sign, and then type the chord you want to be entered when you type Q in Band in a Box. In our case, MAJ 7 sharp 5. If you wanted more shortcuts, you would simply add them in the same manner on subsequent lines. You then need to save your file. Then in Band in a Box, select Options, Utilities, Refresh Chord Shortcuts. Let's try our shortcut now. I want to enter C major 7 sharp 5, so I will simply enter C, Q, and press enter. And C major 7 sharp 5 is entered in its place. The next tip I will show you is a simple way of copying chords. I'm going to enter some chords in bars 1 and 2, and I will want these bars to repeat in bars 3 and 4. An easy way of doing this, of course, is to simply highlight the bars in question, then select Copy from the Edit menu, then click on bar 3 and select Paste from the Edit menu. There's a much simpler way of doing this, however. If we go to bar 3, we can simply type K. K is the shortcut for copy. So when we press enter, the last two bars are automatically copied and pasted. K normally copies 8 bars, but because there were only 2 bars available, it only copied those. If, however, you want less bars copied, you can type the desired number of bars after the K. If we want only 1 bar copied in bar 5, I can type K1, press enter, and the last bar has been copied. The last shortcut I will show you is an alternate way to change your part markers. As you likely know, the common way to scroll between no part marker, A part marker, and B part marker is to click on the bar numbers. There is another way to do this, however, that you may prefer. Using the arrow keys on your keyboard, you can select the bar in question and press the P key on your keyboard to change the part marker for that bar. I would like to change bar 9 to a B part marker. So I will navigate my way to bar 9. Then I will press the P key once to change it to an A part marker, and then I will press it again to change it to a B part marker. I can also go around and quickly and easily remove the part markers that I had entered with the mouse. I am now going to enter an entire song using the methods that I have shown you in the tutorial, and you can see how using these shortcuts can save quite a bit of time. First, I will select New Song. Now I will start entering chords. In bars 3 and 4, I want a B flat major 7 and an E flat major 7. So instead of writing them out in full, I'll use the shortcuts B flat J and E flat J. In bars 5 and 6, I want A minor 7 flat 5 and D7 flat 9. So I will enter the shortcuts AH and DF. Now I want bars 1 to 8 to repeat themselves, so I will type a K at bar 9 and press enter. I would like bar 9 to have an A part marker, so I will use my arrow keys to navigate there, and I will press the P key once. At bar 17, I only want the last 4 bars repeated, so I will enter K4 and press enter. At bar 21, I want the previous 12 bars to be repeated, so I will enter K12 here. And I will make just a few more chord changes. Utilizing the shortcuts here at bars 29 and 30. And finally, I will put B part markers at bars 25 and 17 using the P key. And voila, we have an entire song entered in less than a minute. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy the many features that Band in a Box has to offer.